boldly before the face of those that have afflicted us, that make no account of our labor, prophesying into the wind, okay, where the Holy Spirit wake up our people. They're waking up exponentially now, overnight. Ever since the apostles and elders back in 2007 and years before that started claiming that they were the Israelites, and it was being pictured on the internet through YouTube videos and other platforms. This gospel has taken off exponentially. Just took off all by fucking self. And then you have 2/3 of our people, wicked men out of Israel, that say, let us go back and make an agreement with the heathen. For since the father, okay, let's get it. Where was it at? First Maccabees. I was going to mix two biblical scriptures together, so like. But they're precepts one to another, though. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 10. This is during the Grecian Empire, right? And there came out of them those four generals that I said earlier, Cassander, Ptolemy, Lysimaeus, and Seleucus. And out of the Seleucid Empire came this guy here. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. In those days there went out of Israel wicked men, right? Those wicked men. Like I said earlier in 2nd Ezra chapter 7. Okay, about how what they should do to avoid punishment, but they would not adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments. So those individuals that won't adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments are here back in the reincarnation today, talking shit out the side of their neck, telling a goddamn lie, saying that all nations can be saved. You see? Those that are come back in the reincarnation talking shit are those wicked men that came out of Israel, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. Who were the heathen round about them? The Grecians, the Greco-Roman Empire. Okay? The Romans adopted the way of the Greeks. Thereby default, they adopted the way of the Grecians. And who were enthralled, in captive under the Grecians? The Israelites. So by default, they adopted not only the Grecian way, but they adopted the Israelites who were slaves under the Grecians. So they became slaves under the Romans. During such time, they were still out there worshiping Caesarea Borgia, Serapis Christus. That's where the false image of Christ comes from. Serapis Christus. Right? I can show you an image of what Serapis Christus looked like. Okay? And our people were worshiping and had decided to willingly go worship Serapis Christus in order to fit in with the heathen nations round about them. Our people are still doing that. History repeats itself. Nothing changes. Right? Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Okay? Then it tells you in Acts, either Acts chapter 5 or Acts chapter 15, about Jason, how they went into the house of Jason. Well, Jason was the individual that was one of the wicked men that asked to go back and to do after the license of the heathen. He was the one that opened up a so-called church where it was a requirement, okay, to wear a hat. That little beanie that the Jews' hair on the back and on the top of their head, white, red, black, that comes from the house of Jason, okay, which is an ordinance after the heathen during the Greco-Roman Empire. See, the evangelical Christians, they skip over the Grecian Empire, and they go straight into the Medo-Persian Empire, straight into the Roman Empire. They don't say nothing about the Greeks. See? So they can replace us with them. That's where the bitch bullshit came from. All right. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4, man. Since you're here, because I've been fighting trying to get this lesson out all day. A couple of fucking lunatics came by here. One talking about, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Talking to himself, I don't believe it. All the way from down there, all the way down here, over there, Popeyes to beg for something to eat. Come all the way back over here. I don't believe it. I almost got wiped the fuck out by a truck that was turning in the turning lane. Really? Yeah. I mean, these people are insane, man. You see? Like these Edomites in that truck right there. They're talking about, they're the black Hebrew Israelites. Look, a Moabite chick and an Edomite together. Yeah. Right? Asia. Where they're saying, that's in 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Yeah. Oh, Asia, thou wretch!
Yeah. Moab's going to be under the wing of Esau. No, never mind. But
yeah, go ahead and read, and then I'm going to go to, oh, thou wretch. That bitch pissed me off.
Jeremiah 17 and 4 says, and thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Okay. So, you see what I'm saying? Our people, this anger that the Most High has for our people is going to burn in his heart forever for 2/3, because among the 2/3 are wicked Israelites that are willingly cognizant of the sin and wickedness that they're and the iniquity that they're doing, and they willingly continue to do it. This entire video has been showing you Israelites and people that could possibly be spiritual Israelites, but first you have to be an Israelite according to the flesh, right? Early in the video, we broke that down. But they came over here, dude came over here begging me for $2.
Begging?
Yeah. Okay, came over here begging me for $2. The other dude came over here in complete unbelief. No, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. All the way down the street. That's who you heard in the background, talking shit. Fucking lunatic, lost his mind. Over there sitting on that post in front of the cigarette shop. Over there in front of the cigarette shop. Right, see that post sitting over there talking to himself in front of that pickup truck. Lost his mind completely. Right? 2nd Ezra, Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon in Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. They're being destroyed right now in our face. Angels and chariots of the Most High God are flying through the skies around us, all around us. Ain't nothing on this side of town but demons and evil spirits. Okay? The brother you call can feel it. He come over here, he say he don't like preaching over here because he can feel the wickedness off these people. They look at him like, what are you doing standing with that nigger? You ought to be ashamed of yourself, right? Right? And they accuse him falsely. I get it. That's the reason why I chose to come over here. Okay? Because I know what I'm up against. Okay? And I call upon the Most High's name, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh to help and protect me from these evil spirits. Right? Go to Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6.
It says, my people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers.
Exactly. And that's the reason why we're at the bottom. When people come over here and ask me, okay, why is God doing this to us? I just had the brother read a biblical scripture as to why. I read biblical scriptures throughout the whole video as to why. That's the reason why these bastards have their foot on your neck. Tell you what you can, what you cannot do, where you can, where you cannot go. Okay? And now, before it's over with, they're going to put your ass in a FEMA camp and force you to take the MOTB, the mark of the beast. Okay? They're going to force you to take the mark of the beast. You ain't going to have a choice here pretty soon. This radio frequency identification chip ain't no joke, man.
These people are gonna be like, well, these people are like right now, they're like, I'm not gonna take it. I definitely won't take it, man. You're right, man. But what about when you're faced with famine, great famine, or death, or kicked out of society, or thrown into a concentration camp, a FEMA camp, you know, or about to be beheaded, you know?
See it?
Or if you want your job back, you know, what then? Are you gonna take it then or not?
Right, a lot of people are going to compromise.
You know?
And I'm hoping I'm not one of those individuals that compromise. I want to stay on the right path. If Lord willing to give me the testicular fortitude and the spiritual strength and wisdom and the understanding of these biblical scriptures to have faith in what I've read and what I believe to continue on this road, man. Because during that time, a lot of people are going to compromise. They say that they ain't going to do it now, but when they've been pushed and pressured to do this, they're going to be pressured by their own people. They're going to be pressured by their family. They're going to be pressured by their wives. They're going to be pressured by their children. They're just going to have pressure.
Your flesh is going to pressure them.
Everything. Okay? And all we can do is hope that the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua, okay, won't leave us out here by ourselves.
He won't leave his elect comfortless, man. He's gonna save them, you know, keep them fed.
Right? I hope so. I hope he keep us fed. What it says in Isaiah 65 and 13? Isaiah 65 and 13? Uh-oh, you're right there, bro. The Holy Spirit is cold. Like
Yeah.
Make you turn right to it.
13?
Yeah, yeah. Isaiah chapter
13?
yeah.
Okay.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, my servant shall eat.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit.
Right? See, so the Most High says that his servants are going to eat. Okay? Psalms chapter 37.
So all these people, my bad.
Right? Psalms chapter 37, verse 18. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine, they shall be satisfied. Okay? So the only people that are going to be satisfied with this, okay, are the elect that the Most High had chosen to receive the belief, that believe on the foolishness of preaching here in these last days. Those individuals are those that have been sealed to be of the elect, and the elect 1/3 of the great multitude found in Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. Okay? I don't even want to be a leader in the kingdom of heaven. I just want to be there in the kingdom of heaven and rule over my oppressors. I don't have a problem. I have been meditating terror for years of the wickedness that these motherfuckers have done to us, the more I learn about this book, which is a book of mourning, lamentation, and woe, like it says in Ezekiel chapter 2, last verse, the more I meditate terror against these wicked people, man.
Man, I just want the Lord to just destroy this place, man. And even if I have to die with it, you know, should destroy this place, man. You know?
Right, because the Most High says in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 2, okay, get the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 2, that way I don't have to memorize it. Okay, that, you know, we're going to be raised up. Some to everlasting life, others to shame and everlasting contempt. Wow, that just came out of nowhere, okay? Oh, wow, it just, wow, okay, I was, wow, okay. That wasn't me, man. I was gonna read something else. Hey, man, praise the Lord.
And
Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, man.
It goes perfect with the lesson that I did. Cause I was doing what salvation is, you know, going into immortality, us receiving the new bodies, you know, how the Lord's gonna save us and whatnot.
Right.
You know, so it makes perfectly with, you know, what I was prophesying too about over there. But I'm gonna start at 1.
Go ahead.
Daniel 12:1, it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, the Israelites, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was, since there was a nation even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book, and many of them that sleep, right, that die in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt.
Exactly. See? So it don't matter. Even if we lose our life on this side, we're going to be the first to be raised up. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 9. Wow.
That's Timothy. There it is. 1 Thessalonians. Oh, it's not you.
Okay. No, not verse 9. Verse 14. Salakia. It's all good, man.
Okay, I'm almost
Don't
there.
get nervous. It's all good. Hell, you out here with me now. I got you.
1 Thessalonians, what chapter?
First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 15.
Okay, it says, for this,
The Holy Spirit was telling me verse 15, but I kept saying verse 9. Are you
Verse
sure?
9.
Right.
for this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, that we which are alive, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet of Yahweh, and the dead in Yahweh HaMashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together, beamed up in the chariots, together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord Yahweh Shai.
See? So it doesn't matter. They're probably gonna end up eradicating us anyway, because you have a red list, a yellow list, and a blue list.
Yep.
Okay? Out of this red list, yellow list, blue list, and green list are a list of individuals that they want exterminated before they implement their New World Order. Okay? Now, these individuals that they want eradicated are the individuals of the red list, are those of the individuals like us that believe on the name of Yahweh Shai and know exactly what's going on. Okay? They want us exterminated by a summary execution on the spot. Okay, then you have the blue list of individuals that believe but are easily persuaded to go back into the world. Then you have individuals in the yellow list that don't believe at all. They just want to get along to get along. Okay, where it says in First Maccabees chapter 1 verses 11, so this device pleased them well. Then certain of the heathen went and asked the king if they could do after the ordinances of the heathen. These would be the wicked 2/3, which are on the yellow list. They go back into the world. That were of the dry bones that were waking up, bone to his bone, flesh and sinew upon the bones upon his bone, but they don't receive the breath. Okay, those individuals are going to fall up by the wayside, like Yahushua made us about the parable of the seeds
that fall
by the
thorns,
explain it.
fall upon the thorns or the rocks, or get eaten up, or you know, the bad soil. You know, that's talking about you wicked 2/3. All right, who's got wrong doctrines, who's sold out, who don't want to believe. Really, any Israelite that isn't the elect, you know, you're gonna fall by the wayside, you know, and spiritually fall upon thorns or soil or a rock where you're not able to grow in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You know, the Lord's gonna leave you here and melt you and destroy you, man. Okay, because you don't want to listen to Yahweh Shem Shai through and by the mouth of His prophets, where you're looking at right now, man. All right, your teachers, all right, which is the Lord's servants, prophets, starting with the apostles and elders of GMS, okay, will not be moved to a corner anymore, but ye shall see your teachers. And look at you, people, man. You're looking right at us, man, through the internet, through YouTube,
every
TikTok,
day, man. And then we got all these receipts out here, and all you people don't even want to try to go look.
Yeah, you're looking, but you don't want to come by and ask, and how do I be saved? You know, ask these important questions that will lead to you being saved from 200 million nuclear missiles hitting your fucking dome, man. All right, I don't want to be melted by nuclear missiles.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's too hot for me. That's way too hot for me. Ain't enough water on earth that's gonna cool your tongue off from that type of heat. Y'all crazy as hell. Now, our job is to tell you about the mark of the beast, RFID chip, tell you what the mark of the beast is. Okay? And that's what we doing out here, man.
Now, I be tripping about me having the heater on too high in my car, or you know, me unable to sleep because it's too hot in the house. You know, got to turn down the AC.
Right.
Man, I complain about that. So I definitely don't want nothing to do with no field of fire. You know, the lake of fire, America, nuclear missiles, shit.
Yeah, don't nobody want nothing to do with that shit.
And people be like in their minds, oh, it's just gonna be an instant death and bang, my spirit's gonna be in, you know, I'm gonna be in the spiritual realm. No, us men of Yahweh Shem Shai, we say, like the Bible says, you know, He's gonna leave your spirit here, you know, and you're gonna be tormented. All right, you dying, you know, that short death, that's not torment. So the Lord's gonna leave your spirit burning in the lake of fire until the. Go ahead.
Go into Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 18. Prove all things.
Yeah.
See? So that's what we're talking about now. This lake of fire is going to be America. Because where the children of Judah and the children of Israel that are oppressed together is here in America, Babylon the Great. The majority of the Israelites, 12 tribe sign right here, have been oppressed together here in America. So the 2/3 that are going to be left here and melted, what the brother's finna go into a description of what you call the lake of fire, which is going to become America, because America is going to become the lake of fire when it's being melted with intercontinental ballistic thermonuclear missiles. Russia wants World War III. China is going to push World War III. All of these heathen nations are going to push the destruction of Babylon the Great. All these heathen nations are in on it. They want to bring down the Babylon the Great here in America right away. Go for it. 18. Verse 18.
Verse 18, okay. Ezekiel 22 and 18. The Son of Man, the house of Israel, to me become dross. All they are brass and tin and iron and lead in the midst of the furnace. They are even the dross of silver. all right? And that iron and lead and tin, those are really low valuable metals, man. All right, we want the silver. Gold, the Lord wants the gold and the silver, the precious metal.
Right.
All right, He doesn't want the tin, the iron, the lead. Therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh God, because ye are all become dross. Behold, therefore, I will gather you into the midst of Jerusalem, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it. So will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
Okay, that's what the brother was referring to, about being left here in your body to be melted. Okay, you're going to feel that excruciatingly painful heat. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 10. This is what you do not want to hear. You don't want to feel that shit. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear everybody can be saved, and you want to hear peaceable words. Okay, this is what you want to hear. We'll go to Isaiah while you go to that one.
All right, 2 Peter 3 and 10. All right, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away, the earth, with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Exactly. Go ahead.
It's like the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
All the works that are therein that are going to be burned up is all the bullshit you see behind us. Buildings, cars, houses,
Sin,
people.
Yeah, this iniquity, all right, this way of living, okay? This wicked society is going to be burnt up. Verse 11, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, all right, melted, okay, by fire, fuel of fire, okay? What manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness? It's like
That's fine, brother. Go in for it, man. Hey, this is what we're trying to tell you. This is what we're trying to tell you, but you don't want to hear what we got to say. This is you. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 8. Now go and write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Hey, come here, man. Right still. Look. I got it. It's lucky. Get back over there. Go. I don't know, some little baby, what they call them?
pit bull, I mean, not pit bulls, bulldogs.
Yeah, a little bulldog. They got a couple little bulldogs over there. You know, whatever. I tried to step on his little deal, so he wouldn't go nowhere, but he slipped out.
But hey, we're those spiritual barking dogs, man. Telling you, warning our people, all right, to get right, so you don't be melted and destroyed by nuclear fire. Barking. You see us out here barking, spiritually barking. Go ahead,
right. Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit. Don't prophesy unto us saying the right thing to do. Prophesy unto us lies and deceit. Okay? This is what 2/3 of our people want us to tell them. They go to church every goddamn Sunday to listen to that bullshit. We're gonna tell you the truth to your face, whether you a hero or forbear. We don't care about your emotions, what you think about what you believe. We're telling you what the Bible says, and if you will hear it, then you have an unction from the Holy One. He may engender, he may engender righteousness within your heart and grow it up. Our job is simply to plant the seed. It's up to the Most High in heaven, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, to give the increase. It ain't got nothing to do with us. We're just doing our job to plant seeds out there. That's it. Okay. Verse 31, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 20. And though the Lord give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Right? And we've been out here teaching you, like the brother Yakan was telling you earlier. Okay, we're out here. We're telling you what's real. I had a lunatic come over here, ask me for $2 earlier. You know, with a cigarette in his hand. Hey, you got a light? You got $2? Ah, man, come on, you're preaching, man. You got some money. Give me some money. Right? Y'all seen it? What the hell?
You really said that?
Yeah. Motherfucker, I'm like, dude, look, man, I ain't got no money. Okay? I don't have any money. But what I should have went into is Peter in the book of Acts. But what I do have is the gift of the Holy Spirit, you know, and then prayed them evil spirits off of him. That's what I should have done.
There was this Gadite where I was, he was asking for money too.
I don't know. See, Jake over here talking shit to one another. Is they gonna kill each other in the fucking street? Guess not.
He's being goofy, being
Yeah.
loud.
See?
You know how Jake is when everybody look at him.
Right. All he's looking for is some fucking attention like a bitch.
Yeah.
I need some attention. Pay attention to me.
But where I was, I had a Gadite ask me for some money, and I'm like, hey man, shoot. Usually I have like a couple dollars, you know, but not this time. I don't know. He's like, but hey, eventually here soon, we're all gonna be homeless, man. You know, because hey, the dollar's gonna collapse. All right, money ain't gonna be worth shit, and we're all gonna be homeless, for real.
Right.
You know, so hey, we ain't got too much longer, man. You know.
Right? Isaiah chapter 30, verse 21. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee saying, this is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. Okay? Ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver and the ornament of molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a menstruous cloth. That means this is what we're trying to implore you by coming out of the way of Babylon the Great, out of America, out of practicing as the heathen practice when they live here.
Come out of her, my people.
Right?
Like the scriptures say.
So that's what we're doing. Where you will defile the graven images of your false god. You will throw away your false image and your false ideology in your mind of God loves everybody. And adhere to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God and find the righteous teachers on the internet. Like I said before, our job is simply to plant the seed. Once the seed is planted, it's up to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai to give the increase. It ain't up to us no more. Okay? Let me go to Lamentations chapter 2. I'm going to go to Lamentations chapter 2, verse 15. All that pass by thee, their hands at thee, and they hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? And in the background, you see you got the niggas over there acting a motherfucking fool, being foolish and silly in the middle of the street, arguing and raising their voice at each other, trying to get some attention. You see what I'm saying? They might bring about the wrong intention by these Edomite Caucasians with a badge and say they fighting and shoot them all. You know? They don't think about the latter actions of their ends of their actions until it's too late. Then they sitting in the county jail trying to call somebody to come get me out of here. You know, pawn something to come get me out. You know, dumb shit like that.
Proverbs says to think about the wrath at the end, you know, of your actions. You know, what's going to happen to you if I do this? And our people aren't like that, you know. They don't meditate. If I do this, if I sin, is the Lord going to get me back for this? Yes, he is, man. All right, he is. Maybe not there and then, maybe not tomorrow, the next week, but he eventually will. If not in this life, he'll get you next life, you know. He's going to judge you for your actions. Every single action, he's going to judge you, man, for it,
right.
Man. If it be good or bad.
Right? Verse 16, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it. And all of these Edomite devils, this is all they wish for, man, is for us to be up under their foothills. That's the reason why they push that supersessionism, replacement theology bullshit. God loves everybody? Come on now. The Son of the Most High God is coming to save the Israelites out of the wickedness of their life. But only those that are willing to turn back from the wickedness and iniquity in Jacob. Where is it? Isaiah. Uh-oh, I passed it all. Let me get Isaiah chapter 59, verse 20, I think it is. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. So the person you ignorantly call Jeepers Cross is only coming from those that turn from transgression. What is transgression? Sin. What is sin? 1 John chapter 3, verse 4 states, sin is transgression of the law.
Breaking the laws and commandments of the Bible. And only an Israelite can do that. Not a Gentile, not a heathen. All right? So this is only talking about the Israelites, man.
Right. He's not coming back to save all nations. He ain't coming back to save all nations. Fuck that. He's coming back to save the Israelites that live amongst the heathen in all nations. And only those that return from transgression in Jacob. Remember, Jacob wrestled an angel and his name was changed to Israel. Okay? Let's go get it. Before that, Isaiah chapter 59, verse 21. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord. My spirit that is upon me, and my words that I put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever.
Forever.
That's a long time. So we're going to get this word, these statutes and these commandments put into our body and into our minds. When the Most High changes our body from corruption to incorruption, from mortal to immortality, where we are changed into another meaning of what it means to be a human being. Okay? From going from terrestrial flesh to extraterrestrial flesh. Okay? It'll be extraterrestrial. That's us. Edomites, Caucasians, they are being an extraterrestrial is some little short motherfucker with a great big old fat head with almond eyes the size of an acorn. Okay? With 2 slits for a nose, a slit for a mouth, and no ears.
That comes from a planet called Zorg B45, or from the next door freaking galaxy, you know?
Right. From the Andromeda galaxy.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I mean, man. That's the reason why a lot of these people, they got to be destroyed for their wickedness, man. They speak about things that they understand not.
Because extraterrestrial, the word extraterrestrial just means you're a terrestrial being, but you're extra. You're on a different level. Basically, immortal, man. Okay? But yeah, an extraterrestrial, all right, is somebody that's a terrestrial, because humans are terrestrial, but we're extra. Shalom, man. And what camp you from?
Man, I growed up with that brother, man. I ain't been no camp. We go back over.
Oh, okay, my bad, brother.
Man, brother Tony.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Vicky said hello, man. Remember my cousin Vicky?
Yeah. How you
Staying
doing?
out on y'all house and stuff. Bro, y'all.
That's all good. What's happening?
All right, man. I just want to say Shalom passed by here a while ago. I seen you early, brother. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this, man.
Yeah, he be coming on the comment board sometimes.
Okay. Man, we did video and shit together.
Yeah, I tried to get him to change. I kept on like y'all Israelite, but he won't do it. So,
You about what now?
y'all Israelite. He
I
said,
ain't in no camp, man. I'm just.
I know.
I love you, man. I love y'all, man.
Okay.
I see you on one of these videos too, y'all down.
Yeah, downtown, by the Indian down there,
What's up,
downtown.
man? Nice to meet you. Okay. All praise, man.
All right. So that's that's a victim of the madness of GOCC. Nothing we can do.
Okay.
I tried to tell him, but I tried to get him. I tried everything I could to persuade him. If you go, the video he mentioned, he was talking about, is on my other channel, BestrongintheLord144 G8. If you go over there and look through my camp videos, camp recordings, you'll see him out there. That was probably the only time somebody ever came to preach with me. Okay, Never been. That's it. But we couldn't agree on the name of the Lord, and we couldn't agree on the word of the Lord. They believe that all nations can be saved. The same shit that I'm preaching against right now. See? You know, all nations can be saved when the law states specifically that only the Israelites and only those that turn from transgression in Jacob are the ones that are the elect of the house of Israel that are going to be saved. Go to Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20.
All nations in the nation of Israel. You know, because we're a nation within nation. There's nations within the nation of Israel. Isaiah 10 and 20. It says, and it shall come to pass that in that day that the remnants of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, Israel, unto the mighty God Yahweh. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant of them shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness.
The consumption decree is found in Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. That consumption is going to consume the whole house of Israel, but out of the house of Israel in Jacob's trouble, found in Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7, okay, that individual, those individuals are that turn from transgression, which is sin, okay, which is transgression of the law, breaking God's law willingly. If we turn away from that, those are the ones that the Yahweh Shai is coming to save. Okay? Because he's only coming to save and redeem up to himself those that return from transgression in Jacob. I just read it in Isaiah 59 and 20. Okay? And the elect, that's just an elect amount of individuals that are going to be saved. You know, you got individuals in the world that are up there claiming to be the Most High God, and they're actually not. You got individuals that are claiming to be the Son of God, and they're actually not. You got individuals that are claiming to be God's people, and they're actually not. You see what I'm saying? You can tell the children and the sons of God by their fruits and by their works, right? You show me your faith by your works. That's what I'm doing. That's what we're supposed to do. To prove that we have faith, we go out and we do what we can to persuade the righteous to salvation. That's all we can do. And the only people that are going to hear this truth are those individuals that have been already predestined to salvation, that are willing to hear instead of forbear, that are willing to understand and consider their ways and turn from transgressing against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, and do what they can to adhere to the Lord, like J. Israel. He was one of the individuals I had convinced, but he went over to GOCC, being over righteous, got fringes on every shirt he got. Okay, you seen it?
Yeah.
He got fringes on every shirt, every coat, every jacket, whatever the fuck he owns, he's got fringes on it. Okay, and then he wears the little Mitri cap. You seen that too? Yeah.
How do you see it?
Okay, so when he came over here, he wearing all of this madness. Okay, we can't keep the law perfectly. It's impossible. The grace and mercy that has been afforded those that believe through the foolishness of preaching are those that turn from transgression in Jacob. They are the elect. They are the ones that are going to be saved, not all nations. Although the Hebrew Israelites have been intermingling their seed with the heathen nations for centuries. So Israelites are going to come back looking like all nations. But that doesn't pertain to the nations in which they have been scattered to.
Yeah.
It pertains to the Israelites that live amongst them.
Beautiful. Perfect. That's the truth, man.
That's the Gentiles. Those are the Israelite foreigners. I read it in a breakdown earlier on kindred. Israelite foreigners scattered abroad. The dispersed. Okay, dispersed is diaspora. People from the bloodline in the New Testament, descendants from the patriarch Jacob and the 12 tribes.
And that's why we say Cornelius, even though he came out of the land, all right, of the place of Edom, that's why we say Cornelius is an Israelite, because he has the spirit of an Israelite.
Right.
Right?
Well, and also, how do we know that Cornelius was an Edomite?
Yeah.
You know, he may have been an Israelite on the inside and an Edomite on the outside. Like, you know, like the Mounds candy bar. You know, you got on the outside smooth white chocolate, but on the inside you got the fruits of righteousness.
Yeah.
Okay, that's who we're looking for. That's the reason why we're out here on these street corners. Okay, risking our lives and our freedom, our family. And one day soon, our family's going to turn on us. They're going to turn us in to the goddamn authorities, so this way they can have extra money on their universal basic income or the mark of the beast RFID chip. See?
It is what it is. Shoot.
Ain't nothing we can do, man. But the Lord, even if we do lose our life on this side, the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, in His abundant mercy, is going to raise us up first. We read it in First Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 15 through 18.
Win-win situation, man. If you come to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, it's a win-win, man. All you got to do, the formula, all right, the plan, all right, the W is in serving the Lord to the best of your ability until He returns, man. Okay? And you're going to win, even if you have to die, man. Okay?
Right? Daniel chapter 2, verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Okay? So the dude on the motorcycle, he knew that his bike makes a lot of noise, and he did that bullshit on purpose. See, this is what I mean by I'm up against evil spirits and doctrines of devils. Okay? All the time. Motherfucker come over and ask me for some money, come up with a doctrine. But you're a preacher, you got money. How come he just didn't go to the homeless shelter or to the food bank warehouse?
Yeah. He probably wants that money for drugs or some shit.
Right, he wanted some money so he could afford, so I would be charged with fault by helping him forward the affliction of him smoking weed, smoking cigarettes, hemp, whatever the fuck he was smoking. He asked me, he had the nerve to go back and watch the video. He asked me to open up his package of blunt sticks for him. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna open up no cigarette package for you. Okay? I'm out here preaching against that shit, and you want me to partake in your wickedness.
That's how you know the elders and the apostles are the true prophets of the Lord, because we're poor. All right, we're poor just like these regular ass people, man. All right, we're on the same boat as you. Hey, we need money too, man. Maybe not as much as you, maybe not as urgently as you. You know, we're still poor, man, in the eyes of these people. Okay, we still gotta wake up at 5 o'clock before the sun even comes up to pay bills. You know, we're poor. You know, I can't go to across the ocean to have a vacation because my ass has to go to work because I don't get paid enough, man. You know, and ultimately I don't want to because I want to serve the Lord anyway. You know, we've been made poor. We've chosen to lose our life so we can find it. All right, when the Lord returns, man. Okay?
Right.
We're not these false prophets, these false preachers. They're the ones. Are these hirelings? They're gonna have the money. Go to them, man. Go to these churches, man. They'll give you some money.
Supposedly. Now they got a video out of a white chick said that she was pretending to be pregnant, okay, on the TikTok, and she was calling churches and recorded where these churches really help, right? And all of these churches said that they didn't have any milk to give the woman's baby. They didn't have any diapers available, and they didn't have any money to give her. She asked, well, could you help me with shelter? Because I'm currently sleeping in the backseat of my car. They said they couldn't help her right there. 4 churches did that shit. But these people call themselves God's chosen. This is what the fuck I mean. This is the hypocrisy of these Edomite devils, man. They show it on TikTok videos. They're fucking hypocrites. God loves everybody. The person they ignorantly call Jesus is a gay homosexual white man by the name of Cesare Borgia, who raped his own sister and murdered his own brother. That's the image that these Edomite Caucasians worship every Sunday. It is a shame for a man to have long hair, but they worship a goddamn dead Edomite homosexual who is the boyfriend to Leonardo da Vinci with long hair and think he's going to save them. How the fuck does that work? Okay, and we tell these Edomite Caucasians what's going on, they still don't believe it. They're gonna believe Cesare Borgia, the white Jesus, is gonna save everybody. Stupid motherfuckers. So all we can do is tell them, hey, look, we can't do nothing more for you. We can't help you. You're a brain dead idiot. We gotta go. Okay? Alrighty. Daniel chapter 9, verse 11. Yep, all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing, that they may not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us in the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of our power, because we have sinned against him. Right? We have not yet turned as a people from transgression in Jacob. Okay? We haven't turned around yet as a people, but as individuals. That's what the grace and mercy is for those individuals that turn from transgression in Jacob. Those individuals are those that are going to be saved. They're going to be sealed to redemption upon the advent of Yahushua HaMashiach. They forget that Yahushua is a Negro from the tribe of Judah, a copper-colored individual with hair as white as wool. He is not a goddamn Edomite, long-haired, gay, homosexual white man. Okay? Anyway, verse 12, and he hath confirmed his words which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven hath not been done as been done upon Jerusalem. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 50. Okay, well turn to it then for me then. You see that? Because it was show going there too. Wow, man. Damn near turned into it. Look at that. That's crazy. Yep, that's a blessing from the Lord. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Judah and the children of Israel were oppressed together. All that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Well, who took us captive? Esau, Edom, the white man. Who put us on a goddamn slave ship? You guessed it, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. What was the name of the slave ship that he brought us over here in 1619? The good ship, Jesus. What the actual fuck? And these are God's chosen people? I mean, you're insane to believe that they're God's chosen people. Okay? The chosen people are downtrodden, oppressed, broke, thieves, murderers, bloodshedders, like it says in Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Right? Let's go get it. Hosea chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. For the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua in the land. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood. See? So 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off on this side because they continue to willingly partake in the gang banging, shooting each other down in the street, robbing each other, stealing from each other. Okay? They won't step out of the bounds and go rob one of them goddamn Peckerwoods, though. Yeah. They won't go to the white man's neighborhood and break into his house and take his shit, but they'll steal from their own people. That's the reason why 2/3 of our people have to be left here in Melton, because they won't do what God told them to do, which is to Return from your transgression, seek the Lord, seek out of the book of the Lord and read, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High. They don't want to do it. Right? I'm going to get this last one and then we're going to, me and the brother Yakal are going to get out of here, man. Baruch, chapter 2. Verse 29. If ye will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a very small number among the nations where I will scatter them. So that goes to prove that the Israelites have been scattered into all nations. The letters that Paul wrote to the Thessalonians,
Hey, read it, my man.
to the Babylonians, not to the Babylonians, to the Thessalonians, to the Ephesians, to the Colossians, that's what I meant to say, to Sardis, okay, to the Romans, and to the Hebrews. All these letters were written to the Israelites scattered amongst the heathen nations, not the heathen nations in which they were scattered to. Okay? Hey, look at that sign right there. You laughed at this one. Yep, read it. Don't be scared. Y'all see him, y'all? Yeah. Because we don't know who the Israelites are nowadays. Hold on, let me get out your way. Okay? We don't know who the Israelites are nowadays. Ain't got a fucking clue. See, that's making him stop and consider. See, that's the reason why I made so many of these signs to help me teach. You know? Ain't no goddamn gimmick. Ain't got nothing to do with a fucking gimmick. I'm trying to get these people attention, man, before they fucking die off. And then they be sitting up there trying to blame God, saying it's his fault. You see? Anyway, Baruch, chapter 2, verse 29. If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. So the individuals that remember turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the creator of the heavens, the earth, the sea, all that is therein in the foundations of water, sent his only begotten son to save them, sealed to salvation. Where it says in Matthew chapter 24, verse 30 and 31. Get that. Added as a precept.
Matthew 24 and 30. It says, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn. And they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the end of the heaven to the other, from one end to the heaven to the other.
Exactly, see? So he's only coming to those that turn from transgression. He's not coming for Tom, Dick, and Harry, Willie Lunch Meat, and Sam Sausage, like the evangelical Christian church keep teaching. Right? All right? And shall know that I am the Lord their God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. Right? And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity and think upon my name. So those camps out there that are teaching that Yahushua is not the name, that Yeshua is the name, Yahushua is the name, Yeshua is the name, and all this other bullshit, these are not the names. They're all mistransliterations of the actual Hebrew name with vowel points added into the Assyrian script Hebrew. See, they won't go into the actual Hebrew language.
Or the Greek, you know?
They won't do it. If they go into the Septuagint, okay, that's going to lead them back into the Latin. That's going to lead them into the Assyrian script Hebrew. That's going to lead them into the original Paleo-Hebrew. Okay? The reason why they say the Indians over here were savages and that the language that they speak is not Hebrew is because it was the ancient Hebrew language of the individuals that were brought over here. Like it says in 2nd Ezra, chapter 13, verse 40. Those individuals from the tribe of Gad, from the tribe of Reuben, and the half tribe of Manasseh, okay, are what you call the North American Indians, the Seminole Indians, and the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, okay? Those are the same people, man. And they've got this ancient Paleo-Hebrew language written on rocks and mountains in different parts of the world, where they've been scattered to now. So Esau Edom is running from this truth. They took over the Assyrian script Hebrew and added Yiddish language to it and vowel points and changed the meaning of what the words actually meant. Remember, the Hebrew Israelites were one nation, and they were split into two separate nations. One went under Jeroboam and the Israelites of the northern kingdom, which are called the Indians, okay, the Seminole Indians, the North American Indians, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, the Colombians, the Venezuelans, the Brazilians, right, Chileans, Argentinians, Guatemalans and Panamanians, okay, Peru, El Salvador, okay, all those individuals, they went into the northern and the kingdom under Sennacherib, king of Assyria, and under the southern tribe of the house of Israel, because like I said before, Israel split into two nations. The southern tribe of the house of Israel went into King Nebuchadnezzar, okay, in the Babylonian captivity. And we've been split from each other ever since. So this biblical prophecy concerning the Ezekiel chapter 37, okay, on the 12 tribes chart, okay, is a biblical prophecy being fulfilled, where this is the stick. A stick is made out of wood. The paper that it's on is made out of liquefied wood. And on it is printed what the 12 tribes all are together. You see, this is a fulfillment of Ezekiel 37, verse 18 through 22. Okay? Baruch chapter 2, verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, but because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities they shall remember themselves. Right? We're waking up as to the fact that we're the Israelites and not them people over there that are imposters. Okay? And shall know that I am the Lord their God, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear, and they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds, for they shall remember the way of their fathers which sinned before the Lord. They shall turn from transgression in Jacob. That way they can be saved by Yahushua when he gets here, right? And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? And they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them. Go to Jeremiah. Well, we could go to Hebrews. We could go to Hebrews chapter 8, huh? Go to Hebrews chapter 8. Where is it at? Hebrews chapter 8, verse 16, I think. Let's see. Make sure.
Hebrews chapter 8.
Okay, no, not okay. Hebrews chapter 8. Start at verse 7.
All right, it says, for if that first covenant had been faultless, then should no place have been sought for the second, for finding fault with them. He saith, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in that day, in the day when I took them out of the land, when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord, I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. For I will be merciful to their unrighteousness, and their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. In that he saith, a new covenant he hath made, the first old. Now that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish away.
Exactly. See, so only those that come and return from their transgressions, which is transgression of the law, in Jacob, of the Israelites, Israelite foreigners, those are the only ones that are going to get out of here and get saved. Okay? Those are the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners, of the two Gentiles between the Israelite foreigners and the heathen nations. They're going to come out of transgression of Jacob, out of the way of the heathen nations, and return to being an Israelite. And we can only try the Spirit by the Spirit, like it says was it Romans chapter 8, verse 16? For the Spirit bears witness by our spirit that we are the children of God. So we can only go by the Spirit of those individuals, not what they look like on the outside, but what it's on the inside. So without further ado, we're going to go on and get on out of here. Okay. All praises to the Most High.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Kakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for pushing 100% truth to rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that have been scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.
And I'm going to give y'all a prayer, right? Okay. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 16. Azanaya lakabawat hadalacham hadalachayam af katazaya harashai. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Okay? Help me to quench the fiery darts of the wicked. Alrighty? Let's see. I think I got another one. Right? Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Babakwashai, 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 Azaniah, Amwat, Hazakia, Bashamka, Baha, Rai, Yawamyam. Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, please, please, please help me stand strong in your name in the evil days. Shalom.
Shalom.
I hope it brought some edification. I tried.